Joining us on the Ethan and Lou Show, one of three candidates for first selectman in Brookfield, Republican candidate Tara Carr. Tara, how are you?
Morning.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday. Good morning. How are you?
We're great. Happy Friday to you, too. I'm looking at your background information, but I want to let you tell it. It's impressive. First, can you talk about your military background a little bit?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, well, I was born in Danbury. My great grandparents came over from Europe, and they were original hatters in the factory in Danbury. So, very proud of that. I was brought up in Brookfield. I went to St. Joseph's School, and then I went to Brookfield my freshman year. I went to Brazil as an exchange student through the Rotary International, and then I ended up graduating from New Milford High School. And straight out of New Milford High School, I enlisted in the Army in 1995. And I've been serving ever since. So I retired last year after 25 years.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of my military service. If I could do it all over again, I definitely would. It was an honor and a privilege to serve, and I miss being in uniform, quite frankly. So,
well, thank you.
Pretty much.
Thank you for your
that's
service.
Pretty much what I did.
We appreciate your service.
Yeah. It was an honor to serve. So, thank you for saying that.
I said this yesterday. Who did we have on yesterday? I can't remember what day it is. I said yesterday that I think it's important for local elections for voters to pay attention to what the candidates think the issues are, because usually that is a point of contention many times. So what do you see as being the issues that need to be addressed in Brookfield, Connecticut?
Yeah, so, I did want to share that having been gone for 25 years, I've been back periodically over time to visit family. And then, everywhere I went around the world, I just always had my heart on home back. I always thought of Brookfield and moving back one day. And then we had a family. I have 4 children. So when it came time to retire out of the military, literally my husband and I could have thrown a dart on a map and gone anywhere. And we chose to come home to Brookfield. And, we love it here. Brookfield is our beloved town, but having seen with a fresh perspective coming back what's happened over time, it's just been disappointing. So there's a lot of issues, in talking to the townspeople since I've decided to run. A lot of things have come to light. As you well know, the town center district or the Four Corners area, obviously, with the overdevelopment is one of the biggest issues. I think you guys brought the blight to light when you posted the photos of all the dilapidated buildings on Federal Road on your website. So the blight's another issue. We've got issues with just upgrades that are needed across town as far as a new police station. The walls of Wisconsin are dilapidated. We've got a high school boys' locker room that's atrocious and needs immediate attention. The library's been an issue. There's other issues with the environment and wetlands and Lake Candlewood. The list goes on and on. How much time do we have?
Right. Tara Carr joining the show, Republican candidate for first selectman in Brookfield. So let's kind of hone in on the streetscape, because it's been sort of the main talking point with us and your rivals as well. Austin Montero says he wants to see it done differently. Steve Dunn says he's happy with the plan that's been in place and it's playing out the way he'd like it to. What do you see about the streetscape that you would have done differently or may do differently?
Yeah, well, I really firmly believe, and in talking to the townspeople, many of them are in a complete agreement that it's been a missed opportunity. The downtown has not gone in the direction the townspeople have wanted. This administration has been disorganized, and there's been deals that have been incentivized that weren't part of original agreements, like the tax abatement, for example. We really have to ask ourselves, what is our return on investment here? I plan on being smarter, more proactive about how we're developing it, instead of being like this administration who's been very complacent and working in a vacuum. Every decision that's been made by this administration has been done in secrecy. So we need more transparency on how we're resolving problems, and problem solving is what I've done for the past 25 years in my career in the Army. So I plan to be very forthcoming with our townspeople and give them a say again in our local government. Our town is not the field of dreams. It's not build it and they will come. So we really need to be careful on how we're moving forward with the town center district.
When you say transparency, is any specific examples of where things were done in secret?
Well, it seems as I dig deeper and do my research on the way decisions are being made in town that the current administration isn't necessarily abiding by the town charter, and our charter rules our laws in this town. It's a 2/3 vote, and there's been times where Steve Dunn has not used his board of selectmen, and he leaves them in the dark. It seems that he's ruling a little fiefdom, but that's not the way our town is supposed to be run.
Okay. And now, because we only have a short period of time, I do want to, when you have these interviews, I'm sure you came in with some expectations as to what you would hope we would ask so you could say certain things. So I like to give people an opportunity to say what it is, what is your vision for Brookfield, and get in any information that you think is important that the voters need to hear.
Yeah, the town has, you ask people how Steve Dunn has done, and they say, okay, but is that really good enough for our town? When I ask my 7th grader how he did on a test, he tells me, okay. I think, well, he could have done better, and that's my intention for Brookfield. I think I can make Brookfield better. I know I can make Brookfield better. I'm committed to leadership. I'm a natural-born leader. I've demonstrated leadership for 25 years as a military officer. I retired as a lieutenant colonel. I'm adept at strategic planning, policy formulation, budget formulation, negotiation skills. The list goes on and on. So there's a difference between being a manager and a leader. Anybody can manage. It's time for Brookfield to have a true leader, and that's what I intend to bring to the table.
Here's it's sort of a good news, bad news if you win, right? The good news, hey, I won. The bad news is Lou Milano has my cell phone number and will use it in a very liberal fashion when things will come up in Brookfield. So that's just something you need to know.
Call me anytime. In fact, I want to invite you next week on Wednesday, the 22nd at La Piazza. We're having a meet and greet at Francesco's restaurant there in Town Center, and I'd love for you both to come be my guests of honor.
Oh, wow, look at that. Look, I'm hungry. Nice. I'm hungry right now.
I know.
Hopefully I'm hungry.
I don't think she's talking about hungry.
Oh.
She's not talking about hungry.
Tara Carr, thank you for your time and good luck with the campaign. We do appreciate it.
I truly appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.